So anyway, moving on from misinformation online to information about Brexit. Kevin, what is going to happen when we leave the European Union and Northern Ireland is with us in, as part of the UK, and Ireland is still part of the EU, and yet the trade between them is so fantastically important, but there is a hard border there holding everything up. Perhaps there's tariffs, there's certainly delays. What's the deal?
That's right, because the UK and the Republic of Ireland, both in the European Union, so both in the customs union, both in the single market, and the border has almost vanished. And of course, it's what do you do when we're outside, if we're outside the customs union, the single market, and of course, the European Union itself. And it's a huge issue. And of the three issues you have to clear before you go to trade talks, the divorce bill, citizens' rights, and Ireland. It could be Ireland that is the trickiest because there is no simple answer.
But the big fear,
it's just not there.
I'm not sure it's as complicated as people think. There is already.
I think it is.
Well, because there's already a lot of traffic over that border.
Because you're in the single market.
Yeah, but not related to that. I was watching a guy yesterday on the I can't remember which programme it was, but he was detailing it quite. I mean, it's complicated, but he's basically saying there's already a lot of stuff like milk and stuff goes over all the time, which is not susceptible to any of the arrangements, any of the customs union, and so on. And it'd be perfectly possible to have controlled delivery across the border. There are 300 hard points of border, I think, on that border, but it's perfectly possible to actually continue deliveries over the border, apparently.
No, not if you, even if you impose WTO, World Trade Organization, you come out without a deal and you got their tariffs, there would be food tariffs. So you would, in theory, be paying taxes on stuff going over the border. We could look the other way and pretend we're not out of the European Union there. We could try
what you can't do, Andrew, you can't give Northern Ireland a special deal. That's the point, right?
Well, I think they might. And that's the point. And I think they will, because of the troubles in Northern Ireland, and you look at what's happening in Spain with all the problems with Catalonia, I think there will be a deal done, because this is we managed to sort out the troubles, the terrible terrorism that went on for decades. There won't be a hard border. There won't be a hard border. There won't be a hard border. They will manage to compromise, and I've got great confidence in it. And the Irish Prime Minister, remember, the problem here is the Irish Prime Minister, the Taoiseach, as we call him, his government is about to fall, we think, because of a corruption scandal in South Ireland. Could be a general election. You've got Angela Merkel, who can't form a government there. So Mrs May, who is supposed to be the weak link here, there's big problems in the rest of the European Union. I think they'll want to get this sorted out very quickly and very swiftly.
The Republic of Ireland having an election now makes it harder to get a deal, because who do you negotiate with?
It would delay it.
Now, your problem here is Northern Ireland voted to remain within the European Union because they know, the majority of people there know the problems. But the Democratic Unionist Party is for coming out. That is propping up Theresa May in return.
She's dependent on them for support,
that's right.
And so they have a bigger say in the deal.
They don't want a hard border.
But they also don't want a special deal that transfers the border down the Irish Sea, because then it cuts them off from the rest of the United Kingdom. There's incredible politics, history. Yes, the spectre of violence. Yeah, I mean, and it is incredibly difficult.
Lay money.
Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way of fuzzing it.
We'd all like to lay money. The whole thing gets sorted.
I want to say